Perfect. Hi, everyone. I'm George from DoraHacks, and I'd like to welcome everyone to the Klaymakers 23 opening ceremony. This is the second hackathon that DoraHacks is proudly supporting Klaytn with after a successful Klaymakers 22, which we hosted last year. We're super excited to present Klaymakers 23 to the DoraHacks and Klaytn communities. We think this is a great opportunity for developers to participate in this growing ecosystem. Klaytn, together with the sponsors, are offering up a large prize pool of over $140,000 going towards the best teams that build within this hackathon. So it does present a great opportunity for all builders that are planning to build on Klaytn, and the best teams obviously will be rewarded. So I'd like to also mention that together with the prize pool, there is also incubation opportunities and further support being offered by Klaytn and the sponsors of this hackathon. So that's something as well to keep in mind. This hackathon is purposed to inspire developers to build and create new use cases on Klaytn across the various tracks, which we'll touch on throughout this opening ceremony. With us today, we've got Sam, Representative Director at Klaytn, to give a bit of an executive keynote, and also Neo, Head of Tech Advocacy, to share a little bit more about what the Klaytn team wants to see being built and give a bit of an overview of the structure of this hackathon. So I'll then go over the submission portal of DoraHacks and make you all familiar with how to use our platform and how to go through all of the different features. For the audience, please do feel free to share any questions that you may have throughout the session in YouTube or Binance Lives. I'll see these questions and then ask them to Sam and Neo as we go. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Sam. Welcome, Sam.
Hey, thank you, George. Hello, everyone. This is Sam from Klaytn Foundation. So, okay, let's get started. So since early this year, Klaytn has been focusing on how we can make a real change in our real life. So we have been focusing on 3 areas to drive real changes. The first one is real-world asset tokenization. The real-world assets are the commodities and stocks, bonds, and these kind of assets who have intrinsic value and in real-life use cases. So we want to bring these real-world assets to the Klaytn network, so users can utilize and can get benefit from these real-world assets. And also we are focusing on how we can the guarantee and ensure digital ownership, especially about the games and the metaverse. And also we want to empower creators in a decentralized entertainment economy. So that is the second area we are having focusing on. In terms of global expansion and Asia expansion, we specifically focusing on the Asia, especially South Korea, the Vietnam, and some of Southeast Asian countries. So that's what we have been focusing on, and that's the directions that we are trying to push. And yeah, the key message that I want to emphasize through our efforts to drive real changes is, as a foundation, we are not working alone. We are working together with ecosystem contributors and participants to facilitate Klay value creation. That means, the Klay is our, the base token and the utility tokens in the Klaytn mainnet, but to motivate ecosystem participants, we are trying to create the value of this Klay together with the Klaytn ecosystem partners. So value creation is a holistic challenge that all ecosystems struggle with. So this is not only the problem of Klaytn, but this is the problem for entire blockchain industry and different blockchain projects. But again, this challenge cannot be solved by a single entity, so we have to work together. So in Klaytn, builders, the retail investors, and users and foundation are working together, and we have to work together as a cohesive ecosystem. So again, I'm going to emphasize again the participation and collaboration inside ecosystem, so we can make tokenomics sustainable, and with this sustainable tokenomics, we can create more value for Klay, and then we can make ecosystem more sustainable and in the end, we are gonna make real world adoption and real changes. That's how we are looking forward, and that's how we are envisioning our contribution and participation with our partners. So in line with this direction, so we have Klaymakers 23 starting today. So we are welcoming builders and the developers to our annual hackathon. So yeah, the hackathon starts today, and it will last till the end of November. And we are welcoming all the developers who are willing to and who are who want to develop for DeFi, the real-world asset tokenizations, and Metaverse and gaming. So these are the areas that we are focusing on this year. And again, welcome everyone, and I'm looking forward to seeing many projects and many ideas through this Klaymaker 23. Thank you. And then now I'm going to pass my mic to Dio. Yeah.
Thank you, Sam, for the messages right here and the situations and the update that we have from the ecosystem perspective. First of all, I'm Neil. I'm head of tech advocacy at Klaytn Foundations. Last year, we had a very successful Klaymakers 22. It won't happen without the support from DoraHacks and also from our, our sponsors. Most importantly, from the foundation staff. I think everybody working really hard to put this together, make this happen. Again, we are entering into 2023, and we are actually in the Q4 in 2023. And finally, we are around that time of the year, and we have the Klaymakers 23. I just want to say thank you very much for everybody. With our sponsor support right here, as you can see from the logo, all these companies put together, being part of the Klaytn ecosystem and trying to give the opportunities, open opportunities for all the open source staff communities out there to contribute, to submit your ideas, to be competed in this hackathon. And hopefully at the end of the day, you will be the winners. You will be running a very successful service, starting from Klaytn ecosystem. And at the end of the day, why in the blockchain industry. So as you can see from the banner, I would like to give a bit more overview of the Klaymakers 23 for my part. For Klaymakers 23, compared with Klaymakers 22, we have more focused track for this year. As you can see, this is fully in line with what Sam just mentioned and cover. We would like to look for applications, dApps, or tools, or any submissions that is related to these three tracks. So for DeFi track, we will be expect submissions that will be coming. Could be like a DeFi use cases, building any perpetual trading, or maybe any use cases that you can think of on the DeFi infrastructures as well. And we'll be very open to look at any innovations that we won't be seeing in other ecosystem or other EVM ecosystem as well. And we would love to see that if you were rolling out these DeFi infrastructures on Klaytn, we can guarantee it's going to be a fast track compared with any improvement reserve or proposal that you're going to work on. This is going to be fast track carry out on Klaytn if you will. If you prove to be the winners out of this track, or every track, to be honest. And second track is actually real-world asset. We are looking at integrate the real-world asset to the blockchain world via the Klaytn blockchain. And as you can see, all this track right here, we will be looking very much that it must be either deploying your smart contract on Klaytn or testnet. If you would like to try and make that, feel free. And also Klaytn integrated as well. Very much we would like to see every submissions that we receive should be Klaytn specific and Klaytn related at least. And going to the third track, the Metaverse and gaming, you can see with the Klaytn 2.0 from last year, we have been doing that. And now if we go out with our brand or brand awareness, very much you will be considering Klaytn as a layer one is a very good choices and options for the existing game use cases right here. And we would love to see a lot of use cases and toolings out of this track as well. Like I said, There's some requirements which I'm going to cover in the next slide, but we will be hoping everybody be the next Klaymakers, meaning that hopefully we can support you to be the successful services running on Klaytn first, or maybe only running for Klaytn. Of course, we would love to see that, but we would love to see your submissions or use cases to be running as an actual service with actual transactions volume record in one of the major layer 1 in the world. So the submission requirement, I mentioned something that I obviously did not put it right here, but since this is a Klaymakers 23 as a Klaytn hackathon, very much we won't be looking forward to a same submissions coming out of from another hackathon, and just to try their luck on these. Like I said, it must be at least with a Klaytn element into your submissions. And we are very much looking into the 3 items in your submissions. The first is, of course, we are very much open source culture right here in our ecosystem, in our Klaytn blockchain cultures. We will be very looking for the open source code repository for your submissions coming from the open source staff, community right here. It will be lovely that you also have a front end, at least a UI, then you are not just deploying a smart contract without actually using any function from your smart contract on your dApps. So at least we would like to see the dApps is actually interactive. People can try that out and see how it works and how it goes. And last but not least, I think we would be very lovely to receive an explanations about your use cases, about your submissions. And explanations could be a video by the format with a video, or maybe by some presentation slide if you would like to cover that as well. I don't think you're going to work anything extra, because everybody should prepare to be amongst the finalists. And if you become a finalist, you will find these 3 items very useful, because you don't have to reinventing the wheels again if you go into the final rounds. So if you go for the live demo sessions later on. So that sums up our submissions requirements right here for Klaymakers 23. And most importantly, I think everybody would like to get into this because of the incentive. Nobody would like to try their luck, even spend few seconds to try their luck for something is not worthy to them. We understand that point. We understand we need to put the right level of incentive so that you will be happy and you will be feeling the support from Klaytn Foundation or the Klaytn ecosystem for you to be successful, running your services on Klaytn. So we are presenting a 1 million opportunity right here in US dollars. But 1 million is a big word, but let me just bring the story really right here, really clear. Within the 1 million, as you saw, we have 3 tracks. It's actually sponsored by the ecosystem fund. And when you look at it, we have 3 tracks, and the last track, which is a bit less value. That's why you can see we are mostly focused on the DeFi and RWA. We would like to push more your ideas and innovations to these 2 fields, but it doesn't mean that we don't want to receive anything in the gaming side of it. Of course, everybody got different innovations right here. We will respect that point, but all in all, from the 3 track that sponsored by the foundation and the ecosystem fund, that will be around, that will be around 100,000 that we talk about for the cash prize, and the other 900,000 will be placed under the sponsors' bounties, which is by the product credit. So I would like to make this point really clear. Altogether is including the cash prices, the incubations, and infra support together right here. We are here to make you ready to run a service on Klaytn after this hackathon. And this 900,000 will play its magic. When you need it, and you will find that very useful with these partners giving you the credit. Essentially, you have all the infra, all the tools that you are looking for if you need to productionalize your ideas. These platform and these partners, these ecosystem partners will be here for your use cases to be ready running a service, professional service on our mainnet Cyprus. And as for these sponsor bounties, currently we have actually we have 6, but some of them, they're still coming soon with some kind of details. but you see all the ecosystem partners, they are putting more informations day in, day out. So if you want to get the most updated informations right here, feel free to get into our landing page. You will see the QR code in a second. That is a Klaymakers 23 landing page from Klaytn Foundations. So you will find every single information that you needed. To summarize, as of today, there's still many ecosystem partners. They are signing up to support the Klaymakers 23 to have more sponsor bounties. But like I said, DoraHacks platform and also the Klaymakers 23 landing page will have the most updated information. When you submit your applications or your submissions like that, remember to select one of the bounties or maybe few of the bounties if you would love to. So basically you have to select a main track to submit for, and then you will be optional to pick one of the 6 sponsor bounty. I think 6 as of today, one of the 6 sponsor bounties to have more benefit and more incentive for your submissions and your participations. So these are the key hackathons days. Today we kick off. It's very late night, probably in Asian hours. But yeah, morning, afternoon to everybody in the world. You are free. You are free from joining from any time zones, as I said. But we start today. And we starting from tomorrow, actually from tomorrow, we will be starting the dev workshops. And we delay a bit on the workshop because we realize it will be more useful and informational to have all these people, audience right here with us who are looking to join the Klaymakers 23 to get the right information after the kickoff. And tomorrow we will have the first dev workshops, and you will see me again. Sorry about that, but I will just talk about the how you're going to start building on Klaytn ecosystem. I will present you all the basic tools that you might be of interest to start with, and after that you will see more topics going on in the coming slides. So we are looking to close the hackathon by the end of November, as Sam suggested already. And right after that, the judge will work 24/7. Just kidding. Just work after 10 days, they will work out the best project, the best 10, the best 3 right there out of every single track. And it will be followed up with the live demos. Both DoraHacks and Klaytn Foundation social media will keep you posted about the live demo session. So stay tuned on that. And last but not least, just before Christmas, we would like to make sure people have their Christmas gift ready before the actual Christmas day. So we will be closing with a closing ceremony and winner announcement on December 18. And we are not looking to extend the deadline as compared with last year. I think this is quite generous, more than 6 weeks for everybody to hack. You have enough time, and we would expect, and we will also respect the timeline that we put right here for Klaymakers 23. All right. So like I said, there are more live sessions and dev sessions right here for you to learn a bit more. Starting from tomorrow, I will be kicking off with a build on Klaytn ecosystem, and after that, we have a few more topics covered by different professionals, engineers from our side. You will find that star players from Klaytn ecosystem, they will all bring their best content to get you ready for different aspects. You see dynamic NFT, we're going to go with the 101 with it and help you to build it from 0 to hero. And also building with the blockchain interoperability. So you'll be expecting some tools, also building from 0 to hero to get you ready to using some tools like a blockchain Oracle implementations on Klaytn. There are a few of them. And one of them will be actually getting out some kind of very great content for you. And like I said, there will be live demo, after the deadline. We are talking about from December the 11th, and then we'll be wrapping up, and you will see Sam and everybody again announcing the winners of Klaymakers 23 from different tracks and how we're going to support them in the next step. That will be on December 18th. So now I will just pass it to George from DoraHacks and go through how we could submit a builder on DoraHacks platform. And by the way, DoraHack is the only platform for you to submit the Klaymakers 23 submissions. If you are submitting to elsewhere, I don't know where you're submitting to, but one thing I'm quite sure, we won't be receiving your submission. So remember, you will only submit on DoraHacks. Over to you, George.
Well, thank you, Neo, for the introduction, and thank you for sharing all of the information as well. It's super valuable. So I'll just quickly share my screen, and I can give a walkthrough of the submission platform. Alrighty. Let me know when you guys can see this.
Yeah, all good.
All good? Alrighty. So this is the landing page. So essentially, if you just go to DoraHacks.io, you'll be on the home page, and then you can go hackathons and navigate your way to the Klaymakers 23, or you can essentially just use the URL that's up here. So this is the page that it will take you to. So just as a bit of an overview for the page, the first tab here, you'll be able to see all of the submissions. So basically all of the builders that are submitted to the hackathon, you'll be able to see these once they start rolling in, together with being able to filter them by the 3 tracks. The important section here is the details, which essentially covers off everything that Neo just kindly shared with us. So essentially, the objective of the hackathon, the base information, timeline, which we're going to stick to as Neo said, the tracks, and then the prize pool breakdown. The submission guide here is basically going to give you a bit of a rundown of what I'm going to show you anyway. So this is just another section for you to refer to. The partners tab shows us who the sponsors are for the hackathon. Another important tab is the workshop schedule. So I know Neo touched on that as well, but essentially in here you'll be able to have direct links to the YouTube and the Binance Live videos, together with a bit of a breakdown of what's going to be happening in each workshop, and also the timing and dates of them as well. So this is an important page as well. A new feature which we have on DoraHacks this time around, which we didn't have last year for Klaymakers 22, is the Hackers tab. So at the current stage, when it loads, we'll be able to see all of the hackers that have actually registered as a hacker. So once this decides to load, you'll be able to see, sorry guys, I think my Wi-Fi is a bit slow.
Yeah, still loading.
Still loading. Here we go. Here we go. All right, cool. So you'll be able to see all of the hackers that have registered. So here we can see 136 registrations at the moment. Now, basically, the benefit of this tab is that if you're a hacker and you want to participate in this hackathon, and let's just say you're looking for a front-end developer, you can go through here and you can see who potentially has added their interests, if they have, or their skills, and then you can basically team up with them. So it's a good way to collaborate and find either like-minded people or someone that has skills that you don't possess that you also want to include in your team. It's a great way for you to connect with them, add them, view their GitHub, and have a look at what they're doing and speak to them and kind of discuss your ideas. In the discussion section as well, if this loads, through here you'll also be able to see it's like a discussion board. So again, a hacker can put their idea on the board, and then you can communicate in there and discuss various ideas and collaborate with other developers too. So that's just a bit of an overview of the page. So now to submit, right? So basically you will need to sign in. So I'm signed in, as you can see. So basically you need to create just a very brief hacker profile, which you can do by either connecting your MetaMask, or you can simply just join with your email. So let me just load this again. I'm not sure why my internet is being so slow today. And then I can walk you through the submit builder. Sorry about this, guys.
It's all right. We also have the slides cover for the submit builder as well.
Okay, cool. So essentially, I'll give you a bit of a breakdown if this doesn't load. So basically what will happen is, right, when you click submit builder, it will give you 2 options, right, which will say, it might even be in the submission guide, which I can refer to, but basically it will say which build do you want to submit, and it'll have a drop down, and then it will say which track. Now, basically, when you first click it, it will have no option in your build. So basically, there's a little tab up the top of that, which will say create new build. So basically what happens there is that you need to create an actual builder, which is attached to your profile. And then from there, once you've created it and filled in all of the relevant details, here, I'll show you here. Here you go. So this is what it will look like, right? So you will take you to a page that says create new build, and then you will have to go through and submit all of the various information. So project name, category, all of the different kind of information there, links to your GitHub, your Telegram, who your team members are, information. Yeah, here's your demos, your GitHub. So you put in all of your information and you submit, and then basically it will say submit and go back. And then that will take you back to the section where it says submit builder, and then it gives you a drop down of all of the builders that you actually have attached to your profile. So you might need to refresh, and then when you click that drop down menu, it will actually have the builder that you just created, which then is that you click on that one, select the track, and then you submit. And then basically what will happen from then is that you won't see it on the page straight away. It does go through a level of review on our back end, just to make sure, filter out projects that aren't fully complete in terms of all the details, and just make sure that the right submissions are coming through. So that's a process that we handle internally, and we will just get that done as quick as possible, and then accept your builder to be displayed in the builders tab here. So that's pretty much everything from my end. Neil or Sam, did you have any questions on that or anything else you wanted me to touch on? And sorry about this not loading as well.
No, I think it's all right. I think I just want to say we also have the submit builder descriptions right that cover in the slide as well. So you can also go through the slide. Yeah.
Sure. I will stop sharing now. And I guess if there's no other questions on your end, I guess I can conclude the demo session and pass it back to you, Neo, for some to share some links and some QRs for people to get in touch. Oh, here we go. Yeah, perfect. There you go. So that's what it looks like. So if you click on submit builder, the big orange button, this is what it will look like. So like I said before, that's where you select the builder, but you won't have one in there if you haven't already got a builder on DoraHacks, which is where you then click create a new builder. So if you go to the next slide, Neo.
No, it's nothing more. Cool. But anyway, I think you went through everything already. So basically, if you have the builder and then you submit it, just select one of the existing builder that you have, select from the main track. If you don't have one, create new one based on the submission guideline on DoraHacks pages right here. But off to you, George, for you to close it. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so I guess that concludes today's opening ceremony. So I would like to give a big thank you to yourself, Neo, and also Sam, for your time today, and of course the whole Klaytn Foundation for again giving DoraHacks the opportunity to support you guys and present Klaymakers 23 to all of our communities. So if you're a developer and you're building and you're interested in this hackathon, please make sure you do again check out the DoraHacks Klaymakers 23 landing page and read through all of the information that we have readily available for you guys, which the Klaytn team has put a lot of time into. So please make sure you read through all of that and get familiar with everything. Get ready, prepare yourselves to begin building. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the DoraHacks team or the Klaytn team. I believe Neo has some QR codes to share with you once I wrap it up. But there will be here we go. Some QR codes here, information, submission page, and also to reach out to the Klaytn team. So if you haven't already, please do make sure that you connect with us on Twitter, Discord, Telegram channels. And if you have any questions, just post them in there, and we're more than happy to help. As Neo mentioned, the submission deadline and the hard deadline is 30th of November. So there is a bit under 2 months to get your submissions in. So we're really looking forward to seeing the amazing new projects and innovative projects that you guys come up with. And we're looking forward to be able to support them, beyond the hackathon as well. So over the coming weeks, as Neo did mention also, we do have a bunch of workshops that we're going to be hosting together with the Klaytn team. So they're going to be specific to the hackathon and also just the Klaytn ecosystem in general. So please make sure to tune in and follow DoraHacks on Binance Lives and YouTube Lives, as well as the Klaytn and DoraHacks social media channels to stay up to date with everything that the Klaytn team has spent a lot of time preparing for you guys to get you ready for this hackathon and to help you through it. So thanks again for joining us today. And if you do have any questions, please do feel free to reach out. So I'll just quickly pass over to Neo again to share some important QR codes here.
Yeah, so I think the QR code is on the screen already. If you need, like George suggested right here, if you've got any extra information that you're looking for Klaymakers 23, here is not the only opportunity that you're having. Of course, they will be everywhere on the social media, but if you would like to scan the QR code, here's the time. Also, if you do have any questions about Klaymakers 23 and you need somebody who are part of it to answer that, you can scan the QR code that will send you to the Discord channel. And soon, very soon, you will see a Klaymakers 23 specific Discord channel like that. You can have all of your questions right here, go and answer as soon as possible. If you do come across any questions along your building route to Klaymakers 23, and we would love to support right here, before you actually finish up your submissions and get it over. And last but not least, we would like to officially send our invitations to everybody to build it with Klaytn. And I'm not going to cover everything right here, but just in case, in between, like right after this call and before the next sessions that we're going to have, which is tomorrow, same time, if you are anxious and you need some information that you need to start with, here's the information that you have. Here's the QR code that will send you to everything that you need about that related at Klaytn, and also in the Klaytn ecosystem. And just want to say that we are 100% open source, and we would love to receive the applications and submissions that are also open source as well. And we would love to go with this culture, and any dev infrastructures package support, you will find that. And going forward, hopefully we will have more hackathon and more opportunities for you, especially dev opportunities and builder support, and make you successful running your services on the Klaytn ecosystem as well. And last but not least, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. If you want to know more about Klaytn ecosystem, Klaytn foundations, again, you must be very busy with your mobile right now because you keep scanning the QR code. But this will be the last QR code that we're having right here for you to get to understand a bit more for Klaytn. So that would be everything that we have. If we do have any questions right now, we are here to answer. If you don't have anything, you can leave it on Discord or leave it online as well. It's totally fine.
And just another thing quickly, Neo, the slide that you put just before with all of the GitHub links, developer resources, we will actually make a tab as well, in the DoraHacks, the Klaymakers 23 landing page, which will have all of these links to the developer resources as well as a quick point of reference. So we'll add that as well to the landing page as well. So don't stress if you didn't scan the code.
Fantastic. Yeah, that would be really it. Happy hacking, everybody, and we're waiting for your submissions. And hopefully you will be one of the Klaymakers.
Perfect. Well, thank you, guys. Thanks again, Sam and Neo. Much appreciated. And I don't think we have any questions, but usually they might roll into the channels later on. So we'll keep our eyes peeled for those.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, and speak soon.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.